What is up, everyone? My name is OJ and welcome to the village of PlayerEssence, where all of you PE ninjas can come to get the latest gaming and Nintendo Switch news. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the Nintendo Switch sleep functionality that was leaked recently makes mention of media content. So the sleep mode suspends auto sleep while playing media content, prevents auto sleep from activating while media content is playing. If this option is disabled, the console will still go to sleep after 4 hours of media playback. So it's interesting because it says media playback, not gaming or gaming functions playback. So some have speculated that this will lead to streaming or media apps being available on the Nintendo Switch. And to those people, I say no crap. There's going to be media or streaming apps on the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo's just not doing that at launch because there's no need to have it at launch. They can focus on other things in order to make sure that the launch goes smoothly and the UI OS is good, and then afterwards they can roll those features out normally, because everyone who's buying the Nintendo Switch at launch is not buying it to watch Netflix, is not buying it to watch YouTube. There are tons of other devices, even other Nintendo devices, that you can do to watch YouTube, go on the internet and do all that. And I'm pretty sure that over the course of the next months, Nintendo will just roll out new features to present updates, to present people with new content on there, even if it's content that should have been there already. I'd rather have them focus on making sure everything works day and date with it. There's not a huge update like they had to do with the Wii U, where basically everyone was downloading this big old patch just to get all the different features on there. Get the system out. If you want to go on the eShop, you got to download a small little patch for that, but everything that you need right there to get going and get playing games is on there. And as the weeks go on, go ahead and roll out those media apps, which will eventually come. YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, all of those companies are going to want apps on the Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo knows they can add them. They just need to roll it out. They don't need to do it all at once. That caused a big issue with the Wii U, so I can definitely see what Nintendo's doing here. They'll add it in the future. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't see stuff like that with the sleep function in the first place. All right, now we're moving on to the Super Bowl ad. So the song Believer was from Imagine Dragons, and they talked about working with Nintendo on the Nintendo Switch Super Bowl commercial. So this is coming from a radio.com interview with Imagine Dragons' Dan Reynolds. And this was the question. First, you basically launched the song with a Super Bowl commercial. What's the story behind the band teaming up with Nintendo for this huge commercial? And here's the answer. It was pretty crazy how it happened. It was pretty crazy how that happened. We put the song out and Nintendo contacted us and said, hey, we'd like to use this song for the Super Bowl. We all grew up on Nintendo. N64 was like God's greatest gift to teenage boys in the 90s. That was such a big part of my youth and all the guys in the band, so it was incredible to be a part of the Super Bowl commercial like that. Believer had come out and they wanted the song. It happened really fast. So I thought it was a pretty good song to pair with what they're trying to do with the Nintendo Switch. It's popular, it looks good, sounds good, and I think Nintendo's really hitting on all cylinders when it came to the Super Bowl. That marketing, oh my gosh, so expensive. Nintendo is definitely spending quite a bit on marketing this time, but I think they have to. And I think that Nintendo, when it comes down to it, they have to make sure that they spend the money to get the commercials out there. They spend the money to make sure everything is good. But I do think that this system is naturally, easily more marketable than the Wii U. One, it looks a lot better. Even back in 2012, the Wii U looked very big and bulky, and this device looks a lot more sleek and nice. Not only that, but they have a huge title to market it with, which is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, something that a lot of people already know about. And then you have this portable / home console hybrid device. I just think that it's a far more marketable device than, hey, look at this 2D platformer and you can turn off the TV, then go here, but you can't go too far away from your TV or there's going to be issues. There's a lot of great ideas with the Wii U, but Nintendo never capitalized on them, and it was tough for them to market the system in that way. Plus, their focus of what type of games from the casual blue ocean strategy and hardcore gamers was really intertwined and just messed up. Plus, Nintendo really wanted to push third-party games and say, hey, we got the same games on Xbox and PlayStation that you can play on here, but that turned out to be bad. So there was just a number of issues. But anyway, I'm glad things are kind of over with that and we've moved on to Nintendo Switch because this stuff is really good. All right, and we've got the first look at profile pics on the Nintendo Switch. So we did see a little bit of that, but I didn't want to go over some of these new ones here because it is looking pretty sweet when it comes to what profile pic you can use. You have Splatoon, you have the Squids, you have Animal Crossing in there, you got Star Fox, you got Samus, Zero Suit Samus. There's quite a number of characters and even icons to pick from, and I'm really excited about this for some reason. I don't know why, but I do love profile pics of cool characters, and hopefully they add more. That's one thing that I do want to see. And you know what would be even better? If Nintendo tied in profile pics and unlocking new ones with My Nintendo missions depending on the game. So if you play the game, you do certain things, you could unlock different profile pics through there. I think that would be an amazing thing to do. Put that into My Nintendo missions. That's the type of stuff that I really want to see Nintendo go after, in addition to adding other things, adding other features to the system as they go on. I think the biggest thing for me when it comes to system features or when it comes to the actual device is just Nintendo having a regular schedule of updates that are not stability patches. That's my biggest problem with Nintendo systems since the Wii, stability patches. Nintendo has released more stability patches and their systems are more stable than anything in the world. They have like 100%, like 1,000,000% stability and never any new features. That's how it was like with the Wii, with the Wii U, and the Nintendo 3DS. Stability patch after stability patch. So I would like to see more functionality patches put into there, and not just stuff, throwaway things like streaming apps and all that, but actual real functionality built into the system to make the system better when it comes to notifications or when it comes to cross-game chat or when it comes to certain things like that. That's what I want to see. I want some real functionality for the systems, and I think Nintendo's definitely going to do that since they are moving over to a paid online. Alright, and moving on to the last topic here, we've got The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, a few more gameplay tidbits and some old/new info here. So there won't be a compass. Chests do not feature the traditional music when Link opens them. There will be green clothing in the game, but not specifically confirmed to be Link's familiar tunic. Earn rupees by selling off treasures you find throughout the game. I actually really like that. Rupees aren't found by chopping grass. Yo, what's up? They're changing up a lot of things here. Cutting grass will sometimes unearth grasshoppers. Has a dedicated jump button. Horses can die in battle. You don't acquire weapons in the dungeons. Link's enemies will pounce whenever they see a good opportunity instead of circling around and waiting. All of the bombs in the game are detonated remotely. That's really good that enemies will actually attack you instead of just circling around and waiting like Assassin's Creed. No, I'm joking. They circle around and wait in a lot of games. It's not just Assassin's Creed and Nintendo games as far as Zelda games where they just kind of circled around and waited for you to destroy them. So that's good. One of the things about this Zelda game is that we do know that it's going to be harder. I think there is also going to be a hero mode included in there, so I'm definitely going to be playing that from the very beginning because hero mode is awesome. And one of the things that I really love about this game, as far as my favorite about it, is that they are changing up so many things. You don't get money for chopping grass. That's been a staple in Zelda games for so long. The traditional green tunic has been a staple for so long. Being able to sell off treasures to earn rupees, these are all things Legend of Zelda almost like never did, or very different in the structure. So I'm really glad that they're changing up a lot of stuff because this is a different style of game. This is open world, or open air as Nintendo likes to call it. They have multiple horses. They can die in battle. This is the type of changing that The Legend of Zelda needed, in my opinion, for this brand new hybrid console they're doing that's really going to headline it. It's on the Wii U, but the Nintendo Switch version obviously is much better, more powerful hardware, so obviously you get better graphics, better frame rate, better results, but also you can take it on the go with you. Whereas Nintendo Wii U, you can't really take it on the go with you. You can take it around your room until the Wii U gamepad says it's too far away. That's the thing with The Legend of Zelda on the Switch. It's just so exciting to have this type of big game right there, date and date with the system. So let me know what you guys think about all this news here. I would love to hear your thoughts. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this one here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more, PE Ninjas. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.